Full disclosure, my wife is in this ministry. She's part of Kathy's ministry. And in 2007, I broke my pelvis on an ATV. My spine was completely broke free of my pelvis area. And then again in 2014, we were involved in a very bad car accident. And I just spiraled, arthritis, the trauma from probably those two accidents just did a number on my back, my body. What led up to, I was in physical therapy. I had appointments with a knee doctor, a shoulder doctor, a pain specialist, and a back surgeon. And they were trying to get me ready to do what they didn't know, whether they were going to start with knees. I'd had knee surgery, or not knee surgery, knee shots for several years until, like the doctor says, I'll tell him when I need new knees. Well, the shots had run their course. My knees were shot. It was bone on bone. I could hardly walk. I couldn't even sleep at night because of the knee pain. So I needed two new knees. I have a hump in my left shoulder with an x-ray of about an inch separation in the bones. And so I need a new knee. I had needed a new left shoulder, and they also told me I needed rotator cuff on the right shoulder. I have a spinal cord stimulator implant for my low back, and they were looking at what to do about the middle to the upper part of my back, which was now causing me grief. I was either going to get a pain pump, another stimulator, or basically exploratory surgery. I don't ever remember a time when my neck did not hurt. I could not do this. I could maybe go about like this. Had no movement in it. And I was in the third week of 8 weeks of physical therapy, getting ready for something, whether it was knees, shoulders, or back. We were going to do whatever was the worst. I was living on Percocet, muscle relaxers, and over-the-counter pain relief, Advil, stuff like that. And it was still unbearable. I was eating, sleeping. My wife would bring my food to me in a recliner in my rec room. The only reason I got out of it was to go to the bathroom and take a shower every once in a while. Otherwise, I was stuck to that chair. I even was on a fentanyl patch, which my pain doc considered to be end-of-life treatment for a week that we tried to go to Colorado. Well, we did go to Colorado, but I couldn't function out there. We'd get to the hotel, and I'd just sit in the room. I couldn't do anything. And February 1st of 2023, my physical therapist fired me, said, I'm gonna send a note to the doc saying, we're not making headway, you're going backwards. I don't know what to do. And so I came home, told my wife, and she says, now can I call Kathy? And I said, yeah, I'm ready for anything. I've always believed in God. I did not grow up going to church. I wasn't going to church at that time, although my wife was. I don't know why, I just didn't go. But I said, yeah, if Kathy will come and pray for me. First of all, I didn't believe that can happen. And second of all, if it was possible, he's not going to heal me because I've not done anything for him. 6 o'clock, February 6th, Monday night, Kathy comes to the house. I can hear her upstairs talking to my wife. She comes down, kneels in front of my chair, prays over me, and all of a sudden she says, can you get up and let's see what you can do. We've got a pretty good sized rec room with a pool table in it. I get up, I'm walking around. As I'm walking around, I'm doing this. I could not raise those arms any more than about like this. Sitting in my lounge chair or that recliner, I could barely feed myself. And Kathy prayed over me. I'm walking around. I had surgery on my thumb, left thumb. Cartilage was gone. They took something out of up here, put it in there. This thumb was going to pot as well. I was kind of hooked on caffeine-free Diet Coke twist-off bottles. I couldn't open them. Couldn't open anything that required a grip. Well, after Kathy prayed over me, she says, get up, can you walk around? So I'm walking around my basement doing this. Kathy and my wife thought I was nuts, you know, and they said, what are you doing? I said, I couldn't do this before. And from that point forward, I'd had a few attacks by the devil, the enemy. I had been taught how to call off the enemy, and I have the same two knees, the same two shoulders. I have a spinal cord stimulator that I haven't used since February of 2023. February 6th of this year was 2 years of divine healing, and I'm still here. Had it not happened the way it did, I'm not sure I'd still be here. I just wasn't going to live that way. Thank you.
Isn't that so much fun? Tony'd been wanting him to have me come over, but like he said, he didn't think God would heal him because he didn't, go to church. And that's another thing that people just think, well, he's not going to heal me. I don't do this or I don't do that. But God really, really wants to. The fun thing is that when I was on my way there preparing to go, the Lord said, now don't try to teach him anything before you go or while you're praying for him, because he won't understand anything you're saying. He said, heal him, and then he'll want to come to me. And I hadn't gotten home when I got a text from Tony saying Mike wants to go to church with me on Sunday. And he's been just about every Sunday since. It's just been amazing to see his transformation. So.